Okay. When you take a look at this Dwenger team, undefeated, #1 in the state, atop the SAC, what have you guys done well as a team that's kind of led you to this success?
We haven't stayed calm, if that makes sense. Like, yes, we've won a lot of games and we're confident, but we've kept working as if every team we're facing is the best team we're going to face.
In practice this week, what's the focus leading up to another big game for you guys against Carroll?
Resilience, meaning any words, any kind of social media, any kind of challenge we're going to face this week, just going to let it bounce off of us, or we're just going to come back stronger. Carroll's
season has been a little bit up and down, but they obviously have a lot of talent. So what is it that are your biggest concerns?
We just know it's kind of the rivalry. We know they got a lot of talent. We know they're fast. We know they got this, that, but we know that they don't like us, and we know that they're going to respect us, and we're going to respect them. But we know they're going to come out with everything they got.
Knowing that you guys are the lone undefeated team in the SAC and kind of have the target on your back, what is that like every week, knowing that you're getting everybody's absolute best shot?
It's fun. It makes games interesting. There's no time to relax. It keeps us on our toes, and we're just constantly ready to win.
In your eyes, what's going to be the biggest key on Friday, and how much are you looking forward to this Friday's game, another monster game for Dwenger?
Key is just going to be keep coming out strong. Start the game off quick, go as best as we can, and just if we keep it up, keep the momentum, and keep everything going, then we got a good chance of winning.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, sir.
Season goes, what has it that's allowed you guys, what has it been that's allowed you guys to have the success that you've had, and what are you trying to continue to do on Friday nights?
I think we just play really strong together. We all work as one, and just under Coach Garrett, we all trust and believe in one another.
When you take a look at this week, obviously a big week of prep leading up to the Carroll game, what are you guys focusing on in practice? What are going to be some of the keys that you're going to be working on leading up to this game?
We're just focusing on what we normally do, like fundamentals, just hitting what we're supposed to, running plays correctly, filling holes and gaps, and doing what we do.
Tell me about this Bishop Dwenger defense, because you've corralled some talented offenses. Wayne comes to mind. Last week did a pretty good job against a good Homestead team offensively. What is it about this D that's allowed you guys to put up some impressive numbers thus far?
I don't really know, but we just all play together. We all trust one another, and we all just fly and trust one another.
X's and O's wise, what are the biggest keys heading into this Friday's game for you?
Probably just hitting them harder than like what we did last week, hitting hard, focusing on what we have to do and getting our job done.
When you look at the SAC standings, I mean, like every Friday, you can't exactly predict what's going to happen. It's been a wild season, but you guys are still at the top, the only undefeated team. What's it like having that target on your back? Because it looks like it's going to be one that you've worn all season and kind of continue to wear.
Yeah, it's a pretty normal target we've had all year, and we've been used to having a target on our backs, but we just like it. We play a lot better under pressure, and we just play good.
What are you most looking forward to about this Friday?
Hitting them hard. Hitting. I don't know if we're going to be full pad all week. Like last week, we weren't full pad. We just all came out ready to hit, and we hit harder than we have all year.
Thanks, man. Yep. Obviously, you guys have had great success thus far this season, #1 in the state in the 4A poll, the alone undefeated team in the SAC. What is it about this team that's allowed them to have that kind of success week in and week out?
That's a great question. I mean, we just had a conversation about that, and the thing that impresses me most about them is just their toughness, their unity. It's things we've been talking about all summer: trust, unity, and toughness. And those are the things that just staying together. And you know, when we faced adversity Friday night, I told them, I said, you know, from my vantage point, that's when you guys became that much more unified and stronger and tougher. And gosh, as a coach, I mean, you just hope that can continue. You know,
you've played some championship type games. You know, Wayne in week 1, last week against Homestead. It doesn't get easier this week with Carroll. What is it about Carroll that concerns you, and what are some of the things you're working on this week to, you know, maybe corral them or slow them down a little bit?
Well, I mean, everything concerns us. I mean, you know, gosh, we look at them and we look at their passing game, their running game. You know, their defense has always played us so strong. So, you know, it's like we told our guys, listen, it's another week, you know, it's another SAC week where we just have to be prepared, and that's been a great focus so far, and it'll continue to be this week, is can we repeat the mental and physical preparedness to be ready Friday night? And I think that's a great challenge for us. Carroll's a great team. They're well coached. I highly respect Coach Dinan, know him personally. So we got our work cut out for us.
When you take a look at, we've said this all season long, but it keeps ringing true every Friday night. You never know what's going to happen in the SAC this year. So the one constant has been you guys are undefeated. How is this team dealing with kind of the expectations and the target on their back that seems to intensify each week when people are like, I wonder, can Dwenger continue to run the table?
Well, I guess when I hear those questions and people talking about our success, I always lean back on our seniors. They know that it's a long road. They also know that one game or 4 games certainly don't define you as a team, and certainly don't define us for our season. I mean, you can just easily end up 4-5 in the conference, and I think they know that. They've been around. They know what Friday nights are. They know how good these teams can be, and so I think that helps keep them grounded. And goals and aspirations go far beyond this week and next week. So we're doing everything we can to continue to stay, I guess, in that process versus being satisfied in any way.
When you take a look at the quarterback position, obviously you dealt with some adversity and injury last week. Where are you in terms of the quarterback position? Where's the health at? And then if you have to go forward with Lytle, he obviously played well enough to beat a good Homestead team on the road last week.
Well, fair question. It's day to day with Patrick, and we won't know until later in the week, to be honest. And Brendan, he's one that we've rolled into that position before in earlier games, and obviously Friday night he did an outstanding job. So we'll be leaning on him. Guys will trust him. Next guy in, as we say, although we don't forget those that are fallen. And I'm sure he'll step up. Guys will rally behind him if that's the way we end up going. And we'll cut him loose again on Friday night and see what happens,
All right. Anything else you'd like to add, Coach?
No, we're good. Thank you.
Good.
Thanks.